When double salt is ionized, it will be dissociated into all its constituent ions. Say potassium sulfate, aluminum sulfate means it's your alum. Alum has been dissociated into potassium ion, aluminum ion, and sulfate ion. And it can be proved if I add ammonium hydroxide into this solution, I will find a, a white precipitate of aluminum hydroxide, which, which proves that aluminum ion is present in the solution. If I add a Ba plus 2 ion into the same solution, I will find another a white precipitate of the barium sulfate, which again proves that alum has been ionized and has formed its all constituent ions. It is called double salt. And next portion is complex salt. I'm writing here complex salt. When two saturated solutions of simple salt are added to each other and they react with each other and forms a new crystal of salt along with a complex ion, it is called complex salt. Example, suppose a solution of potassium cyanide and a solution of ferrous cyanide has been added to each other and they forms a new salt, that is A4 FeCN whole 6 so it is called potassium ferrocyanide. This is your potassium ferrocyanide. So it is absolutely a new salt. Okay, and the properties of potassium cyanide and ferrous cyanide has been removed here. It's an absolutely new salt having new properties. Okay, so such kind of salt are called complex salt. If I ionize potassium ferrocyanide A4 FeCN whole 6, if I ionize in aqueous medium, it will form 4K plus ferrocyanide ion, that is FeCN whole 6 4 minus ion. So further ionization of this ferrocyanide into ferrous and cyanide is not possible. So ferrocyanide ion exists in solution. So it's a complex ion and further ionization of this ion is not possible. So such kind of salts where a complex ion is present, it is called complex salt. Okay. If I add ferric ion, Fe plus 3 ion into a solution of potassium ferrocyanide, say here is your FeCN whole 6 4 minus ion, it will form ferric ferrocyanide, that is Fe4 FeCN whole 6 whole 3. It is a ferric ferrocyanide ion. So such kind of formation of salts proves that the ferrocyanide ion exists in aqueous medium and further ionization of this kind of ions are not found. So such salts where a complex ion is present, it is called complex salt. Our next topic is perfect and imperfect complexes. Perfect complexes are a special complex where a complex ion exists in aqueous medium. Suppose I am writing potassium ferrocyanide K4 FeCN whole 6. If I ionize the same, that is potassium ion and ferrocyanide ion will be formed. So further ionization of ferrocyanide, that is FeCN whole 6 4 minus, ionization into ferrous and 6 cyanide ion, it is not found, it is not possible. So potassium ferrocyanide is called a perfect complex because in aqueous medium, the complex ion exists freely. The complex ion exists freely, and further ionization of this complex ion is not possible. So it is called a perfect complex. If I write K2CdCN whole 4, and if I ionize, I will find potassium ion and CdCN whole 4 2 minus ion. And again I will find that CdCN whole 4 2 minus will be ionized into CD plus 2 plus 4Cn minus. So further ionization of CdCN whole 4 2 minus is possible, and it has been proved with the help of passing H2S gas. If I add H2S gas into this solution of potassium tetracyanone cadmiate 2 salt, I will find an yellow precipitate of CdS, that is the cadmium sulfide has been formed. So Cd plus 2 plus S minus 2 will form CdS, that is cadmium sulfide yellow PPT. So such kind of precipitate of cadmium sulfide proves that that's ionization of CdCN whole 4 2 minus ion has been formed, and it proves that K2CdCN whole 4 is an imperfect complex, because in aqueous medium the existence of this CdCN whole 4 2 minus ion is not found. So this CdCN whole 4 2 minus ion is again ionized into Cd2 plus and 4Cn minus ion. So such kind of salt are called imperfect salt or imperfect complex. Imperfect complex.